and welcome to my channel. Well, it's another Whatever Wednesday where we put whatever up here. It could be whatever. In this case, it's going to be some Spydercos. Basically, 3 Spydercos here. The Spyderco Delica, Spyderco Endura, and the Sage 5 Lightweight. Now, a quick story for those of you that don't know about me and Spyderco is I saw them when they came out and everything, and I looked at this hump here and this hole, and I thought, why? Why put a hole in your blade? All I could think of was stuff falling through it. I didn't really realize what it was for, and I should have, because I'd been using a Gerber Easy Out, and I liked it because it had a non-patented, it wasn't a circular hole, it was a less comfortable feeling hole for opening. But as soon as I got the Delica, which was the first one that I picked up, as soon as I got this guy and opened it, I understood the reason for the hole and the reason for the hump. And it's ergonomics. Ergo. So, after that, I didn't mind it had that look. And I understood the hump is functional. It's not just like, look how funky I look. Because like the Mad magazines, the Spy versus Spies, they always had them, kind of, it looked kind of like that. And I was like, meh. But they're very good knives and very functional. And this one is in ZDP 189. And so is the Endura. Now, I've been carrying the Endura just a little bit more recently, it's got a little bit longer blade. It's basically the same thing. And I found when I was working that this was the best size to carry. Now, I carried this one too a lot, but this size was more practical for me. But this is not as bad to pack, it's just a little bit longer, but you've got a little bit longer blade also. Now, those are lockbacks and everything. They're one-handed open, but they're, mid-lockbacks. If you miss the fidget factor of flicking, and watching the thing drop without taking a finger off, if you're lucky, you can get a compression lock. Now, to fit these better, what would have fit this size range and everything better would have been to go with like a pair of 3, because it's kind of smaller than that, but still has a compression lock. I wanted to get a compression lock, but I didn't want to go with a smaller blade because I've got the Spyderco Bird. Let me go get that one. To me, this is like the normal range of that family there. It'd be like the Dragonfly, the Delica, the Endura. Now they've got things in between. They've got what is that? The Endella. It's in between the Endura and the Delica in size. And of course you've got, like the Police or whatever, which is even longer blade and everything. But to me, this would be like the normal range you would have. And they did make this in ZDP 189. This has been discontinued. They made a Dragonfly in that, but I never got around to getting it. But I got this, and it works all right. I mean, it's in AUS 8. And yeah, I can get a regular Dragonfly, and something like that. But it's like, why? I've got something. See, this one doesn't have it's a little bit better. It still has a circular part to it. And this rest of the part is just more for so we're not copyright infringing or something, which I don't understand because this is, you know, an offshoot of Spyderco. Bird, Robin too. But yeah, they don't have to flick and everything for me as long as they're functional. And these are still good knives. I still use them. Like I was carrying this. This one I took out of my pocket. If I want to fidget factor, you know, flick things, Spidey flick, I still haven't. Don't always get that one. It's hard to do on camera. There we go. Now, what was the practicality of that? Nothing. It's just something to do. As long as you have fun with it and you don't lose any fingers. Have fun without losing fingers. That's our motto. You can still slow roll it, which is usually what I do, because I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't even have a cat around here to impress anymore. You know, I could go like this and the cat go, wow. And then a little pause would come up. Good job there. No, so dinosaurs are not impressed by that. All they're impressed is not getting cut during the middle of a knife demonstration. So there you go. There's my 3.5 or 4 for Wednesday. So, yeah, don't forget the old, you know, nowadays these things, they're still pretty high in price. They're, you know, like $100 or more. Whereas this guy was like $25 or $26 when I got him. This one was around 100 and something. It was like 105 or something like that. This one wasn't much more. I mean, this was back when they were, you know, in stock and they were doing that. And this guy was a little bit more expensive. I think it was like about 130 or so. This is an S35, S30V, CPM S30. Cuts pretty good, and it has this bottom finger choil thing too, which is really helpful. The original Delica has an area where you can put your finger there, but it's just not as ergonomic. And the Bird series had it in there, which is weird. This is their cheaper brand, but it had better ergonomics as far as like if you want to choke up. It still works, but I mean, see, you got that little bumpy there, and people are soft and want delicate and they want it. Really, it's more like, does it fit your finger? This easily fits your finger much better than this does, and the ramp is still the same. Same like this. This one, the ramp is still, you know, it's got the jimping where you need it, and it's small jimping. So there we go. I got the little creature feature. 4 eyes. That's what they used to call people with glasses. Hey, 4 eyes. I'll give you 4 eyes. Got your 4 eyes right here. Yeah. So there. That's a pretty nice size range you got there. I guess as far as like size compatibility, it would be like this. This would be closer. There you go. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.